Welcome to Where's Wendy? Cindy and I continue our trip around Southeast Asia. Second stop, Cambodia. Singapore nearly kept my phone. Cambodia had bigger plans. The moment we landed, Cambodia looked me dead in the eye. The second we landed and said, "That was cute. Now let's have some real fun." I knew, this place is not going to let you off easy. We took a short 2.5-hour flight from Singapore to Siem Reap. Our hotel had arranged a driver to pick us up at the airport. They do have rideshare apps in Cambodia that you can use in Siem Reap. Grab and Pass app, and they work well. And when we get a driver we like, we just arrange every day for him to pick us up. While we're in Cambodia, we paid him about $20 for a day for running us around. Siem Reap is Cambodia's tourism hub, the gateway city to the ancient temples of Angkor Wat, but it has its own personality. Now, I've been to Cambodia before. I came with my son Chris, and we saw Angkor Wat, the War Museum, the mine-clearing rats, all of it. We were staying at Quilin Hotel and Mall, and I have to say it was a wonderful base for everything we wanted to do. I had stayed here before with Chris on our previous trip. The price is reasonable, about $75 a night. Staff is great, and they have the most awesome breakfast buffet. We've made it, and we're having our survival beer. Yep. All right. Yay! Hey.
We
made it.
We did. It's magnificent.
Another leg of the trip.
This is the rooftop. What's the name of the hotel, Murphy? Holland Central. Oh, thank you. So pretty out here.
Morning in Cambodia. All these gorgeous bowls. So cool.
And there she goes. This morning.
We dropped our bags, and then we decided the best possible cure for jet lag was dinner and a walk. So we went to Pub Street. And if you've never heard of Pub Street, it is a street lined end to end with restaurants and bars, lights strung everywhere, music pouring out of every open doorway, and tourists and locals going about their evening. It's lively and loud and completely apologetically fun. Made it to Pub Street.
Wow, look at it.
And we're looking for food.
It's beautiful.
And we're on our search. It's kind of overwhelming. But hey, we made it. We're good. And right away we discovered one of the great joys of Southeast Asia: massages. Now at home, a massage might cost you $100. In Cambodia, $4. Yes, 4. We found a place offering foot massages, which are very common throughout Asia, and we indulged every evening. I have to tell you about the massage first, because it deserves its own warning label. Now, I am no stranger to massages. I've had them all over Southeast Asia. Thailand, Vietnam, you name it. I walked into that Khmer massage with genuine confidence. I am experienced. I told myself, I know what I'm doing. Friend, I did not know what I was doing. And I am a wimp with a low pain tolerance. We had reservations at Siratham Spa for a traditional Khmer deep tissue massage. The cost was $35 for the classic healing retreat for 90 minutes. It included a 60-minute therapeutic massage combined with a traditional herbal steam and a bath, offering a balanced blend of relaxation and rejuvenation. Now, let me tell you something about Khmer massages. They are not relaxing, at least not while they're happening. This style of massage is very intense. It focuses on deep muscle pressure, stretching, and working through tension that has built up over the years. And apparently, I have built up quite a bit. I whined, I yelled, I cried a lot, and at one point, I think I might have begged for mercy. The therapist kept apologizing, saying she was sorry, she couldn't fix me. At the end of the massage, they do a form of skin scraping, where the therapist uses a smooth tool across the skin to stimulate circulation and release what is traditionally called bad wind from the body. The idea is that it draws toxins to the surface. What it actually draws to the surface are long red marks that make you look like you lost an argument with a garden rake. Cindy came out looking equally scenic. We compared our backs like a couple of abstract art installations. But I will say this, during that massage, I became very aware of all the ways I had abused my body. It was one of the most painful experiences of my life, and it definitely pushed me out of my comfort zone.
It wasn't even going.
Yeah.
Oh wow, we are steaming.
We're steaming.
We're steaming hot.
We're steaming hot. They're steaming us to death. We're even cooked.
We just got massaged for what, about 30 minutes?
Oh my God, the longest 30 minutes of my life.
It was so funny. I heard Wendy.
I was crying. I was
I was laughing at you.
I was crying.
Yes, you were.
Laughing. And, oh, God, it was so painful. I'm
Yeah.
sure it'll be great for me.
I told them like a medium to soft. And it was pretty rough.
Yeah, right. I think what hard was.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we would
Go
die.
there.
This is one of those rejuvenating.
Yes, you feel like a new. Do you feel like a new woman?
Yeah, getting there quick.
Yeah. That was your first massage of your life?
Yeah.
You've never had a massage? Wow. Well, I'm glad you're able to do all these new experiences.
That's right. First of many.
Yeah, first of many. We got a whole month here.
So my massage was done. I cried. I screamed. I jerked. I yelled. It was painful, but I'm sure I'll be a better woman for it. Comfort of the tub. We washed, we bathed, we scrubbed. It's been an experience, I must say.
Okay, so we just finished our massage. And Wendy's back is just incredible. I mean, it's crazy. So we're going to the pool there. I think we're into some sort of sadistic something. Because my back is not as bad as hers, but it's crazy looking.
We belong to a queer couple.
I know.
Yeah. We survived the massage.
Oh, man.
So this is our survival beer.
Hey.
Turn around, let's see your back.
My back's not bad.
Oop.
Let me
That's her back. Okay, hold it. And we'll show
here
my
we
back. Watch, your hands are on the...
Uh-oh. Let's see. What can I do? Here we go.
Turn it around the other way.
Oh, no.
The other way.
Shit. Here. Sorry. We better start over.
I could fix all this. You just need to do this. Hold that.
I don't know if I'm showing it.
It's been shown.
Okay, good. Most impressive.
That evening, we went to the Phare Circus. This is not a traditional circus with animals. Instead, it's a performance combining theater, acrobatics, dance, music, and storytelling. The stories they perform often reflect Cambodia's history, culture, and social issues. It was founded by graduates of a school which translates roughly to the brightness of the arts. The school was originally created after the genocide to help traumatized and at-risk children heal through art, theater, and music, visual arts, circus performance. These kids found their voice through creativity when the world around them had been destroyed. The performers you see in the tent are those kids grown up. And what they do is breathtaking. Cindy and I sat there in this huge yurt from what felt like every country on earth, watching these young Cambodians defy gravity and pour their whole hearts into every moment. And I thought, this is what art is supposed to do. This is what humans do with pain. They turn it into something beautiful. The show was incredible. How are you enjoying your first tuk-tuk ride?
It's fantastic.
I'm surprised. It's so cool here.
Isn't it magical? We didn't get downstairs before he was on our doorstep.
We'll get our massage.
I've been to Angkor Wat before with my son Chris on an earlier trip, and we got rained out. But coming back felt different. It always does, doesn't it? You see something the first time with fresh eyes. The wonder, the scale, the sheer impossibility of it. Cindy had never been. Watching someone experience Angkor Wat for the first time, it is its own kind of gift. For anyone who hasn't been to Angkor Wat, it is an ancient temple complex built in the early 12th century. It covers over 400 acres. It sits within a park that stretches nearly 400 square kilometers and is considered the largest religious monument ever constructed. It was originally built as a Hindu temple and gradually transformed into a Buddhist site over the centuries. At its height, the Angkor civilization was one of the most powerful empires in Southeast Asia. Yep. Walking through those massive stone structures, intricate carvings and towering temple spires, you really feel the scale of history. And if you've ever seen the movie Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, you might recognize some of the nearby temple ruins where parts of that film were shot. The temples are both beautiful and mysterious. We walked the outer galleries where the bas-relief carvings stretch for nearly half a mile. Scenes from Hindu mythology, battle processions, thousands of figures carved into stone with a level of details that still defies explanation. We didn't stay for hours because the Cambodia sun had opinions about that, but we stayed long enough. And we went to Angkor Wat.
Angkor Wat, yeah.
And we were exhausted, and we walked for
Our feet are
hours,
hurting.
and we've had it, so we have our survival beer.
We're at our new hotel.
Catch you later. From the temple, we headed to a silk farm, and this turned out to be one of my favorite stops on the entire Cambodian visit. The tour is free, but remember to tip or buy a beautiful product before you leave. Before this trip, I had never really thought about where silk comes from. Turns out this process is incredibly detailed and labor intensive. It starts with silk moths laying eggs, which hatch into silkworms. The worms eat constantly, mainly mulberry leaves, and they grow them there until they spin cocoons made entirely from silk thread. These cocoons are then carefully unwound to create extremely long, delicate strands of silk. The threads are dyed, spun, and eventually woven into fabric by hand. Watching the whole process from beginning to end really makes you appreciate the work that goes into something as simple as a silk scarf. Cambodia has a centuries-old tradition of silk weaving that was nearly destroyed under the Khmer Rouge regime in the 1970s when the country began to rebuild. Artisans worked to revive these ancient techniques, almost from scratch. What you see today is a genuine act of cultural survival. We watched the whole process from the silkworms themselves, which are tiny and a little alarming if you get a little too close to the cocoons.
Ma'am. One for yum yum, ma'am.
The worms inside.
Half body worm, half body moth. Normally worm is long side. When sealant comes out, worm becomes softer, very soft and stay inside cocoon.
Look at the one. Ate it. Oh, you ate it!
Yeah.
Let's get a picture of that.
And to the cocoons being unwound into thread, into the hand-operated looms where weavers create these intricate, breathtaking patterns. The craftsmanship is extraordinary. Every piece takes days, sometimes weeks.
It's a clothing for Cambodian wedding outfit. It's a clothes for king. King clothes.
On our last full day in Cambodia, we went to Tonle Sap Lake. Tonle Sap is the largest freshwater lake in all of Southeast Asia. But what makes it truly remarkable isn't just its size, and I don't say large as the way you might say, oh, it's a pretty big lake. I mean, this lake swells to 6 times its size during the monsoon floods. During the dry season, it sits at a manageable size. Then the monsoon rains come, and the Mekong River actually reverses direction and flows into the lake, causing it to swell to nearly 6 times its dry season volume. 6 times. The water spreads for miles across the surrounding floodplain, swallowing forests whole, and then slowly retreats again. It is one of the most productive inland fisheries on Earth. There are whole communities that live on this lake, not near it, on it. Homes built on platforms and barrels and boats, rising and falling with the water. There are schools on the water, a health clinic, markets, restaurant. You remind me of the movie Waterworld. We hired a boat to take us through, and our captain was a woman. We were the only tourists that early in the morning, which made the experience feel very personal. Our boat driver had a sign that said, "Please tip so our children can get an education and not be fishermen like us." She was confident and precise in navigating the narrow channels with zero wasted movement and not a single moment of hesitation. She knew every turn. She knew this waterway the way I know the roads around my farm. At the end of the tour, we gave her a generous tip. Thank you for watching Where's Wendy? Please like, subscribe, and comment. Next stop is Laos. I cannot wait to share it with you. I'll see you there.